C3.ai stock just got wrecked, down almost 50% this year. But the real question is this the beginning of the end, or are we in for a massive rebound? This is the truth. C3.ai missed its own guidance on both revenue and losses. And when a company sets expectations and delivers bad results, well, the market doesn't forgive. Overnight, the stock crashed from $22 to $16. And here's what people are missing. Despite all of the bad news, C3 is still landing massive partnerships. Baker Hughes, Shell, Microsoft, Google. They're even rolling out new products that could flip their revenue story. So the big question is this: is C3 a sinking ship with no path to profits? Or is this just a painful reset before a comeback? My name is Rick Orford. I've been trading since 1999, and no, I'm not a financial advisor. That's a good thing because it means I'm not here to sell you some expensive or guaranteed retirement plan. I break down the numbers, no hype, no fluff, so retail investors can make more confident decisions with their money. And stick around to the end because I'm going to be looking at C3's red flags, the growth catalysts, and the one signal I'm watching that could tell us whether this stock belongs in your portfolio or just on your watch list. All right, let's get into it. So here's the thing about C3.ai. Most people only know it as just another AI stock, but the story actually runs much deeper. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. And you all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by almost 6 times. Go to fool.com/RickO to get your 10 stock picks right now. C3 is an IT company that's based in Redwood City, California. It was founded by Thomas Siebel in 2009, and C3 started by developing tools to help companies manage carbon footprints. Its first product, the C3 Energy Management Suite, was used by the world's largest chemical companies, 2 large utilities, and one of the world's largest high-tech companies for energy management. C3 briefly rebranded itself to C3 Energy and offered predictive analytics solutions to optimize the operation of large and complex power grid infrastructure. And that's important because those predictive analytics became the foundation of their core AI platform that we know today. C3.ai now offers AI solutions, or what they call enterprise AI, across different industries. They've integrated AI suites that help companies develop, deploy, and manage information. And this includes manufacturing, oil and gas, life sciences and healthcare, retail, transportation, and telecommunications. Today, these integrated AI suites come out as a subscription plan. The company has an AI solution for almost every enterprise's needs, like tools for intelligence analysis and inventory optimization. Now, let's talk about the part that everybody watches for first, the chart, and that's the stock price. If you want to follow along, just scan this QR code. So recently, C3.ai's stock price has been on a downward trend. As you can see, lots of red right here. Performance-wise, it's also lots of red for the usual monitoring periods. In particular, the stock is down 49% year to date and 27% over the last 52 weeks alone. That's not just underperformance, that's investors losing serious confidence. Now, if we do a quick review of its closest peers, ServiceNow, Accenture, Infosys, and Roper, tells us that most of them followed the same downward trajectory over the last year, except maybe for ServiceNow. And here's where it starts to get interesting. While the whole sector struggled, C3's drop was way more dramatic. That means something deeper is going on. And to look for the source, we need to check the financials. So this is where the real story will come out, because stock prices, they don't just tank on their own. The numbers almost always tell us why. On August 8th, the company posted its preliminary Q1 fiscal 2026 financials. Think of a preliminary report like a draft. They're released before the audited results are available. Total revenue for the quarter should come in between 70.2 and 70.4 million. Meanwhile, non-GAAP loss from operations should come in between 57.7 and 57.9 million. Now you might be wondering, what's the big deal right now, right? Well, the stock market runs on expectations. So when a company lays down guidance for the next quarter and they exceed expectations, well, the stock prices, they tend to rally. On the other hand, if the company misses their own guidance, well, we see what happens with C3's stock chart. The company missed in both revenue and non-GAAP loss targets by a large margin. And that's not a good look. And investors, rightfully, well, they ran for the hills. On the day of the announcement, C3.ai's stock price dropped nearly 26% from $22.13 to $16.47. Yikes. For now, that's all we get. C3 will release its full financials on September 3rd, 2025, and I doubt anything will change. But yeah, it definitely will be worth confirming the numbers on that day. Now, before we write this company off completely, here's a twist. C3 actually has a few levers that it can pull for a comeback in future quarters, some of which were actually brought up on my Discord channel recently. First, the company has maintained its long-standing partnership with Baker Hughes, an energy technology company. This partnership has enabled the delivery of C3's enterprise AI solutions to other major oil companies, including Shell and Petronas. Other enduring partnerships include Microsoft, Amazon, Google Cloud, McKinsey & Company, and Raytheon Intelligence and Space. Electrobras, Latin America's largest power utility, has also partnered with the company. The utility provider is scaling up fault monitoring and resolution with C3. It also uses C3's generative AI to streamline operational reporting. And that's a huge point because if companies like Electrobras are doubling down, it tells us that demands for C3's tech isn't the issue, it's the execution. Next, we have the Constellation Research Group, and they selected C3 for the Constellation Shortlist for Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning Best-of-Breed Platforms for the third quarter of 2025. Constellation looked at more than 50 AI initiatives that were categorized in the market. They determined the shortlist through client inquiries, partner conversations, customer references, vendor selection projects, market share, and their own internal research. If C3 remains on the shortlist, it could signal to investors that customers are satisfied with the company's products despite internal struggles. Now, recognition like this doesn't move the stock immediately, but it does build credibility, and credibility is currency in the tech market. The company recently released two products, the C3.ai Strategic Integrator Program and its C3 Agentic AI website services. The C3.ai Strategic Integrator Program lets partners license the C3 Agentic AI program to build their own enterprise AI applications. The program also enables partners to access partner resources, including the C3.ai developer community, C3.ai Academy training, agentic coding assistance, expert support, and go-to-market collaboration. The initial partners in the program are Fractal, SMX, and Groundswell. Meanwhile, the C3 Agentic AI website service is a product that can turn any website into an immersive, interactive, and conversational platform. The platform can be embedded into any company's website, and these two products could become key sources of revenue down the line. So while the stock chart streams struggle, the product pipeline tells us that C3 isn't just standing still. The real question is whether revenue will follow from these efforts. And here's the other side of the coin, because every catalyst comes with an equal or greater risk, and C3 they have plenty. Right now, the company is under investigation for alleged violations of federal securities laws. This follows an investor lawsuit filed in 2022, alleging that Tom Siebel and other C3 executives misrepresented a partnership with Baker Hughes. Other allegations include inflating margins, misclassifying revenue, engaging in aggressive accounting, and lacking transparency in how it counts customers. The company issued an official statement in 2023, of course, denying all of these allegations. However, investigations and the lawsuit are still ongoing. And that's the danger here, right? Lawsuits create uncertainty, and uncertainty kills valuations. Investors hate not knowing how bad the damage could get. Tom Siebel also announced that he's stepping down as CEO of C3 on July 24th, not because of the lawsuit, but because of health issues, including an autoimmune disease and visual impairment. As of this recording, he hasn't yet appointed a successor to the role. Until they do find a replacement, he will be continuing to work as CEO and has reassured stakeholders that he'll continue to be the executive chairman of the company and focus on strategy, product innovation, strategic partners, and customer relationships. Now, while this news revealed a shakeup in the company leadership, it didn't immediately have any effect on the stock price. However, this uncertainty could hurt the company later on. It's like a leadership vacuum is a bit like driving without a map. Eventually, you will feel it. Next, we need to address the company's profitability, or lack thereof. Losses have continued to increase over the past 5 years. And while the company is announcing partnerships left and right, we still don't have a solid idea when it'll achieve profitability or when it'll ever achieve profitability. And as long as this trend continues, it's going to weigh heavily on the stock. Investors can forgive a few missed quarters. What they can't forgive is a company that can't prove that it can make $1 on the bottom line. Finally, this is a big deal, not just for C3.ai, but for all AI companies. Experts are warning that we may be in an AI bubble, and I think they might be right. MIT's Project Nanda recently released findings about how 95% of the AI companies they studied were getting zero returns. What makes it harder to shake off those claims is that OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, has also voiced similar concerns, saying that the industry may be in a bubble reminiscent to the dot-com crash. And as a quick history lesson, the dot-com bubble burst because of overvalued companies like C3 that made no money. So what does this mean? Are we really in a bubble? Well, maybe. The amount of money being thrown into anything related to AI or AI branding is alarming. And the crazy valuations of some of these companies, that's the real problem, right? Hype attracts capital fast, but it disappears just as fast when the story cracks. All right, so after all the good, the bad, and the ugly, what does that leave us in terms of valuation? Well, with no earnings yet, C3 has no forward price to earnings ratio, but its price to sales is 5.82. And for an unprofitable AI company, it's not unreasonable. It's not cheap. It's not expensive. It's in the middle. However, the stock has an overall hold rating based on 15 analysts, and I agree. With no clear path to profitability, lower revenue guidance, and a looming lawsuit, and concerns in the AI industry, there may just be too many red flags to ignore today. And in my experience, when red flags pile up, the market eventually prices them in, often brutally. So unless the company starts laying down a solid plan to claw back their losses, I'm going to leave C3 on my watch list for now. But what do you think? Do you think C3 has the right prospects to earn your investment? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, if you happen to find this video helpful, please do like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so others will find it as well. That's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.